Hello, and welcome to Babblings of a 20-something. Babblings is an audio diary podcast. It's my stream of consciousness and really my quarter-life crisis attempt at redirection. You get it, it's hosted by me, Allie Ann, and each week I'm going to babble about what's going on in my life, the lessons I'm learning, but really just all the shitty dating that I'm doing. I have got to talk to somebody about this. Basically, I'm documenting my 20-somethings for all of our entertainment, and maybe you can relate. If not, it's at least gonna be funny. As always, explicit and graphic content warning. I just really want to put that out there. Who knows what I'm gonna say, and I will talk about it explicitly and graphically. Seriously, if you're gonna get offended, don't listen. I'm really just saying that because I don't want any of my family to text me, you know? You get it. Anyways, love you and enjoy! Hi, babies! Ew. Hi, welcome to episode 3 of Babblings of a 20-something. It is November 30th. Yes, probably episode 2 was a month ago that I recorded. I don't know. I'm doing this for myself mainly, throwing around the idea of putting it up as a podcast for others to hear. And I might. We will see. Man, this is why I haven't talked to you guys, is because I have just been all over the place in November. And I know you guys are annoyed because I think in my last episode, I was like, oh, I'm going to take you guys with me. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But I didn't. I don't even know that. Did I even just speak words? But basically, I said that I didn't. If you're watching this, I hope that I look cute. My hair's like 3-day old, not 3-day old, 5 days old, blowout. And I put a headband on because to make it look better. And I think it looks cute on video. But I gotta stop because I'm gonna keep messing with it. Do you guys like my new glasses? Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, November. Where the fuck have I been? I've been in Chicago, I've been in Maryland, and honestly, also, I've been in my hole. I have just really been sinking into my apartment and my space and my home and loving it. I went to Chicago. I had an awesome time. I just love being in the city. And I got to try out, I think I talked to you guys about this, my pet sitting gigs, our trusted house sitters. So I did 2 of those to kind of do a test. It went well. The cat, I was there for a week. That was awesome. Very easy. I got to really explore. The house was perfect. It was great. Second one was a dog. It was just for a weekend, and it was a husky. And see, you can see where I wanted to get a variety, to kind of check my bases. And the husky was I assumed there'd be hair, you guys, but the amount of hair, I'm not joking at all. And sometimes I say I'm not joking when I'm joking, but I'm seriously not joking at this second. When I say this, there was every single surface of this basement apartment, so it's already, dark and dingy, was dog hair. Every single surface, a thick layer of dog hair. So then it's also like, do you clean? Like, you know what I'm getting at? Like, I just felt so dirty. So that wasn't as much fun, but it gave me an idea of like what the downside of doing these pet sitting gigs could be. It could, you know, be really gross. And the husky was a puppy, and I knew going in the husky would be a lot, and I knew also that there'd be a hair, but it was just like it was dirty, guys. It was dirty. So that's what I've been up to. Oh, and then I was in Maryland this past week over Thanksgiving. I spent the week down there with my family. It's such a good time. And I have a story for you guys. I went to kinky karaoke. And that leads me to my hot take of the week, which is everyone needs to go to a sex party at least once in their life. I just feel like everyone should experience what's out there, and in an effort to like take away all the taboo-ness and the shame and the guilt and like the idea of like sinful, take that shit away and go to kinky karaoke, because you know what you're going to find? You're going to find Deb, who also works at the Social Security office. Okay? You're going to find her having her little Friday night hangout with her friends. It just happens to be, it's karaoke. We've all done karaoke. She just happens to be naked while she's doing it. And there are other people, you know, getting whipped and strung up on ropes. Who cares? It's fun. It's fun. Everyone's allowed to be into what they're into. And I think it's so annoying because, like, I was talking to my life coach and I was like, yeah, I'm going to kinky karaoke with my sister. She's like, you're going to kinky karaoke with your sister? And she was all for it. But there's definitely like an abackness that people have, or like a wait a minute, what? One, I guess, too, because I'm going with my sister, but we just have that kind of relationship. But also, too, just the idea of like, whoa, like, what are you going to see? Is it going to be dark and scary? No, the lights were on. People were singing karaoke. Okay, so we get there. It's a $20 entrance fee, and you definitely have to be in on the know in the kink community in your area to get into these parties or to find them. If that's something you're interested in, I would suggest making a FetLife account. You can Google that, make an account, see what's in your area, and you'll also be able to see events that are going on in your area. I'm sure no matter where you are, there is an event happening or an event happening within a couple hours, if that's something you want to do, and you can expose yourself to other people around you. I had to make an account, which I actually already had one. I just hadn't really gotten on it, so I kind of forgot about it. And then it was $20. And then I went in, and it was just this big space. And it was also just very inviting, I felt like. And I'm also very cautious. Like, I was really paying attention to myself because I didn't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable. I was very conscious of, like, don't be that person that comes in on someone else's turf, someone else's extracurricular place where they feel safe and can be free and be themselves, and make them feel uncomfortable. I was very conscious of that, but I just like wanted to keep smiling because it was so cool. Like, there were multiple different wooden structures where you could be tied up to them to then be like whipped or flogged for impact play. There were multiple wooden structures that where you didn't like get tied to it, like, but were for you to hang from tied up. There's that's called a specific something with the ropes that they were doing. I feel like it starts with an S. That was really cool to watch. And then there were also places to just chill and sit, which is where I mostly was. But then there are also like hospital bed ish kind of things where people were doing other things. This one girl came so fucking hard. I was like, it was hot. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited for you. It's also really interesting learning because it's a very safe space and very respectful place. I was talking to someone who's friends with my sister, and they were just kind of explaining how they got into it and what it would be like if I was to do a scene with them, like an impact scene. And they were like, they come, we'll talk, you do the negotiation at the beginning where what are you into? What are you comfortable with? What are you not comfortable with? Like, are there any hard no's? How long? You know, discussing everything that's going to go into the scene. Then you do the scene, you have fun, and then after that, at least they give you a hot oil massage, which I was like, ooh, I would do this, all this just for that massage. but you get a massage, or and then you have a conversation to create that respectfulness between you, to create that community. And it's not just about the sex part of it. I'm interested in you as well, and creating that connection with you. And it's all about aftercare, which is not something that gets talked a lot in the kind of like mainstream cis hetero sex culture. Aftercare is missing for a lot of people. A lot of men don't know how to take care of someone after a sexual encounter. A lot of women's or femmes, everybody. A lot of people don't know how, but I'm just thinking specifically like straight males. That's not a conversation that I have with, or hear them, or have experienced them like contributing to aftercare, or thinking about it. So I just really loved that. I really loved that. The whole experience was really, really cool. And I was mostly just grateful that I was able to be there, and then I was able to observe. I didn't play part. I was really just there to scope out, but I would go back. I'd do more. I'd maybe do a scene. So I don't know. But yeah, my hot take is that everybody needs to go, because everybody needs to take the stick that they have up their ass about sex, take it out. Did you feel how good that felt? Maybe you like anal. Maybe you like anal. I don't know. Just explore. Explore. And I know you guys are like, Allie, easy to say. And you know what? It is easy to say, because I myself am recovering from trauma from an ex relationship where sex was very taboo and manipulative, and it was really just this thing in our relationship that was it was just so confusing. um and so I'm definitely battling, and I've always been a very sexual person. I think I talked about this in another episode about being sexualized, but I myself have always been a very sensual, sexual person, interested in all of these different things. But I feel like in this last relationship, where sex became such this like overwhelming negative part of our relationship for many different reasons. And um so don't read too far into that, but just for many different reasons, or just skewed my perspective on sex, or made me rethink myself about how I viewed sex. It's very hard to kind of put myself back together after that and find what I do believe and how I do feel. But doing something like this, it felt so good, because it was like, this is something Allie does. This is something that Allie's always wanted to do. This is something that Allie enjoys, and not feeling shame for going, and that I do enjoy it. And I didn't have a partner that I came home to that, made me feel bad about going or enjoying that sort of thing. So, all of that to say, I know, easier said than done, but take your baby steps, right? Take your baby steps to start revealing yourself to yourself. Start taking baby steps of navigating your sexuality, your sensuality, what you like, what you don't like. And, no, everybody doesn't need to like be into kink things, but I think it's good to understand it more. And I think going somewhere where people are so free with their maybe more, with their different things that they're into, can make you feel good about maybe just saying, you know, hold me down a little harder, or something like that, or just speaking up, or going after what you want, or I love a pillow princess, but come on, baby, we can't be pillow princesses all the time, you know? So yeah, fuck around, go to a sex party. Nothing's gonna, it's the safest place, safest and most respectful place. Promise you, you'll be Gucci. Go to a sex party, observe, don't be rude, don't make fun, be respectful, but enjoy it, and enjoy an alternative way of sexual living. You guys have probably all seen that TikTok, or maybe you saw it on Twitter, of the girl where she's like, of course, I fall for love bombing. Like, somebody falls in love with me after 2 days. I'm like, duh, you get it. That's basically what the TikTok is. And haha funny, haha relatable. Love that. I understand that also. It's funny, but also it's not, because I've started dating now. I got on Hinge and I'm also on Tinder. And the love bombers are out here. The love bombers are out here and they are trying their hardest to take us down. And I am like, get off the ground. Get up. Stand up. You cannot fall for this. So I went on 2 dates with this one guy. And he was cute and it was fine. It's kind of last minute. The first time we went out, I was going to be somewhere and I said, meet me for dinner after I'm done. He was like, great. So I sat at the place and it's like a nice place. And we show up. I walk in and I feel bad because I'm a little late. Guess what? Don't feel bad that I'm late anymore because he's wearing a hoodie, a sweatshirt hoodie, in like this nice Italian place. And I'm sorry if that's superficial, but put a sweater on. Like jeans and a sweater, fine. Jeans and like a nice top or a nice t-shirt, maybe even, fine. But a hoodie, and like, okay, I don't want to harp on that too much. We can get past a hoodie. He did pay for dinner. That was very nice. He did not ask me one single question about myself. And that was annoying because, like, we had fun, but we had fun because I'm fun. You guys know what I mean? Like, I was really putting it on to get us through, to keep it going. Because if I would have just sat there, it would have been awful to get through. And I didn't want to have a bad night. I want to have a good night, so we had fun. It was fine. At the end, though, I was like, not that into it. But I said, I'm going to give. Oh. I just said his name. Cut that out. Anyways, I said, you know what? I'm going to give my mans a second try. We'll call him Teddy Bear. So I'm going to give Teddy Bear. How about Teddy? We'll shorten that to Teddy. I'm going to give Teddy a second try because Teddy was so nice. Teddy paid for dinner. He seemed maybe nervous, and it was obvious that Teddy liked me. Like, Teddy was into me. So, we can go out again. So we went out again, like, a week later or a couple days later, and again, are you gonna ask me a question about me? Like, if I say, how was your day going? And you tell me, like, just the basics of how was your day back. Like, he just couldn't play that game with me. Like, I was throwing things at him. I'm like, just catch this, just catch this, just catch this. Like, trying to help this man out to have, like, make a better impression on me, to, like, ask me questions, to, like, have an engaging conversation. Like, I don't want to talk about your dating goals, actually. And it wasn't even that. It wasn't even the dating goals, because that's fine. It was like, I don't want to talk about how our relationship might look. This is our second date. I don't know you. You don't know me. So that was the other thing that really turned me off, was he was definitely love. Like, I mean, obviously probably not on purpose, but there was so much, like, what I would think would be like love bombing. Like, I like you so much. I can't talk because you're so beautiful. You're so cute. Yada yada yada. I want this girl. I think about you. Blah 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 blah. Homie, you don't know me. I promise. Once you do, you will probably not like me. So it was disingenuous. And so now I'm just scared, you guys. I don't want to date disingenuous people. Like, I just don't like spending time with people who aren't genuine, who know themselves and who know what they want and can say it. Because I said, I'm not looking for anything serious. So if you're looking for something serious, say you're looking for something serious, don't agree with me, and then we can say, okay, well, our goals aren't really aligned. Do we just want to kind of have fun? Do we want to like split up? Like, nobody wants to have fucking communication. I'm so easy to talk to. Nobody wants to listen to what I have to say, though. I was just talking to my sibling about this. Like, we hate being perceived. Stop assuming you know my intentions or what I'm talking about. Okay? Teddy? Teddy, stop assuming that just because you got me a present, yes, he did give me a present after our second date, but I was away, so I still haven't gotten it. He actually texted me about an hour ago. It's been like a week since we talked. I thought maybe I could just like, I can't ghost him though. Caught red-handed, bitch. Caught red-handed on 4K. You just caught yourself. Do not ghost him. Be respectful. But you just caught yourself. That was embarrassing. If you were watching that and you just saw my face, because I just caught myself in the camera, literally looking at it like, do I want to ghost this man? Contemplating how I thought I was about to ghost this man. Anyways, so I don't know. It's just, it worries me that also too, because I think it really was my defense mechanism of too fast, too much, too soon. Ew, too much. Um, I just hope that it's not also a little bit of me being grossed out by being close or emotionally available. So it's going to take some time, but I'm keeping an eye on myself because I definitely am a person, even though I was in a long term relationship, that doesn't like to open up and is kind of a runner. A little bit. Haven't ran in a long time, but I am a little bit of a runner or an avoider. And so I just gotta keep myself in check on that part. But this situation specifically with Teddy, too much, too much. I'm on Hinge, like I said, and this one guy, he said, in his bio, it was like something about like, I'll first round on me if you can crush my head between your thighs. Bet. Like, if you put something like that in your profile, I'm responding to you. Like, this is just a little game, right? Like, my profile's funny. I have like weird, funny shit on my profile. Anybody that has funny shit on their profile or responds to the funny shit on my profile, I'm about to talk to you. Because I wanna, can you banter? What kind of banter do you have? Is the Riz rizzing? So I responded to that, or I liked it. I think I just liked it, like, and matched with him. And then he matched with me back, and he messaged me back, and um, he was like, oh, for real, or something, or like, bet. He was like, all right, bet, or something like that. And I was like, yeah, and I'm a dancer, so I definitely have these strong ass thighs. I said, I don't like to be told what I can't do, and I'm a dancer, so like, get over here. And he was like, oh shit, so I actually might die. And I was like, yeah, that's why I have a waiver. I cracked myself up. See, I just do it to crack myself up. I said, yeah, that's why I need a waiver. He said, aw shit, I better get a lawyer. Have not responded. That was 3 weeks ago. That was all. I just wanted a silly little convo. Like, I just wanted to laugh a little, like, for fun, and to tell you guys about it. But like, I don't want to message. I just reposted another TikTok where it was um, like, leave me alone. Like, when somebody actually messages me on Hinge, and I'm just playing my like, how many people think I'm hot game. That's all that I'm doing. How many people think I'm hot? Okay, cool. Don't want to actually talk to anybody. Don't want to actually talk to people. I'm going to continue going on dates, mostly just for you guys, so that I can tell you all of the stories and all the stupid things that all the boys do. And some ASMR. I don't know if that sounds cool. This week, I've just been trying to get back in the groove of being at home after being away so much. I feel like this past month, and just being busy and social. And just made me think about, for you guys and for me, how we just need to be so careful this holiday season, because what happens is you get so, like, or me, I'm talking about myself, I get so up, I get so, get these high highs, and when the next week is this just normal week or whatever, it feels, or my brain interprets it as a low, and where the stress of it overcome compared to such relaxation and joy previously is exhausting. And so I've just really all week been trying to ease myself into the week. That also goes towards letting yourself rest, letting yourself take care of your personal health, letting yourself enjoy leisure time. You don't have to be productive 100% of the time. You just don't have to be. There's no way to be, and there's too much pressure for us to put on ourselves to be productive 24/7. Like, at least to me, that's crazy. So once I switch that mindset, like this week, a couple years ago, or even a year ago, I would be very depressed this week. If like this set of circumstances that happened in the last month happened like a year ago, which it has before, traveling, being away, being with family, then coming back, the seasons are, it's so cold, it's so dark and gloomy, like I would be sad, because for me that would be a high high and a low low. But I've learned to ease myself into it, to ride the highs, but not hang on to them for what I need in order to be able to live or to be happy. I'm happy also being home because I've set in place all of these different things, like my tarot cards or my routines or just my home, that make me feel happy. So there's not a super uneven balance of being home versus being away versus holidays versus being by myself. They're staying pretty equal. So it also goes with that I'm medicated. So if the holidays is if you're anxious and the holidays are a really hard time for you, just pay attention to that. And if you're not medicated, maybe it's something to think about. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not your therapist. I'm not your psychiatrist. I'm just saying, I think that combined with the medication, combined with working on myself and self-healing and being aware, those things combined have put me to the place that I am now. I don't think it was just one or the other. So I think that's always an important perspective to have, because everyone wants to spout, heal yourself, self-love, self-work, blah, 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 blah. I'm so tired of these new age spiritual, like, gurus, like, you actually have mental illness. Anyways, there's a thin line, like, when it comes to like spiritual psychosis. Anyways, all I'm saying is that I think it's an important perspective to have when I'm saying that I'm doing better than I have been doing in the past. It's because I have medication and I have been doing these other things mixed together. And I don't think separately this outcome would be exactly how it is now. Who knows? Better or worse? Who knows? But that's where I am now. So yeah, just really try and ease yourself in to the week, guys. Release that productivity bug. Go journal, make a nice cup of hot chocolate, love yourself, and enjoy. And don't buy anybody Christmas presents, because fuck them. Love you. Bye.
Woohoo! You made it! Thank you for listening to Babblings of a 20-something. Babblings is produced, edited, and hosted by yours truly, Allie Ann. You can find Babblings across podcast platforms and watch the full episode with video on our YouTube channel. Check out our website with all of the links and descriptions. It's down there somewhere in the show notes. You'll get it. Okay, love you. Bye.